Hello people of Live Leak. It's a beautiful winter's day in Shropshire. We're on the Shropshire Union Canal and we're on a flight of locks at Audlem. Famous set of locks that were built by Thomas Telford, the great engineer. So I thought I'd do a nice little video, show you how we operate the locks and get the boats through the locks. So this is a set of 15 locks. There's quite a lot of work involved, and we're going to be moving the boat down the locks today. Well, I'll just do the one lock obviously, so we're going to be here for about 3 hours doing this. So we'll get this lock filled up, the boat's going to come in, and then we're going to operate the paddles to then fill the chamber up, and then we're going to operate the gates and get the lock through get the boat through the lock. Right, so we're at lock number 2 at the moment, so we just come through one, and what we're going to do is going to open up the paddle and fill up that big chamber of water there. Right. Right, so what this is doing at the moment is that device there, it's called a windlass, and all boaters have these, and we use them to operate all the lock paddles on the lock system. Right, so that one now is filling up, and this lock has got two paddles. So we'll go across the gate here and we'll open up this paddle as well. There we go. Very, very simple system. Set of cogs. And it just opens up a chamber, like a paddle that covers a chamber at the bottom, and opens up a tunnel of water into the lock chamber here. And it should fill up quite quickly. This probably takes about 5 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes to fill up. Beautiful scenery around here in Audlem. Deep in the countryside, and this particular set of locks was started in 1827, and like I say, Thomas Telford, he was the engineer that oversaw the design and the build of these locks. Right, the lock chamber is now filled up, and we're going to open the gate so the boat can get into the lock. Right, so give this a shove. These gates are not light. This gate weighs about 1 ton, but because it's made of oak and it's mostly submerged in the water, it's got a bit of buoyancy on it, so that helps you open the gate. They've got to be big hefty gates, these, the amount of water that they're holding back. Right, so the missus is going to bring the boat in now. She doesn't always manage to get it into the lock straight away, but it's looking good. Right, so we've got the boat in the lock now. What we've got to do now is ensure the gate's shut. So we've closed the gate, and what we're going to do now is drop down the paddles, and that will close off the water now and seal this chamber, so then we can then open up the other side and let the water out, and then that will drop the boat down a level. Right, this is the fun bit now. So we're going to drop the boat down onto this level here. Oh, 8 foot. So what we do now is basically empty this chamber with the boat in it. So we do what like we did to fill up the chamber, but this time we're emptying it. So ratchet up the paddles. Okay, you can see all the water flowing out there. And do the other side. Right. So that's just emptying out now, that lock chamber. And as you can see, the boat's now dropping down fairly quickly actually. Dead simple system, just like filling a bathtub and emptying it. It's been in use now for over 250 years since the canal systems were invented, and still working. Really simple, ingenious system. Can be dangerous if you get it wrong. Right, so now the water's now emptied out completely. All we've got to do now is open the gate. So these are different to the top gate. These are like two gates together now instead of one large gate. A lot easier to handle these. And then you've got to sort of jump across this gap here, which is don't want to get that one wrong. And that's it. Boat now leaves the lock and we close the gates and move on to the next one. So this is number 2. We've now got 13 to go.